Good morning. I don't know how many was yesterday listened to me and Andrew, and how many was not there listening. Okay, so 50-50 maybe. So my name is Rikard Aspegren. I was working for the Swedish Basketball Federation in 5 years. Together with Andrew, we implemented our framework for player development. But in October, I switched to start working for one of Sweden's biggest clubs, Malmö's in south of Sweden. I'm head of youth development there. We talked a little bit yesterday about like our framework and how we see on play development. Today I will show a little bit on how that can be seen in a basketball practice. I'll first say that depending on which team it is, which age group it is, where the player is, it's hard to say exactly what to do. I often get that question, like, okay, what should we do this year? What should we do this year? But often that's really hard to answer because it often depends. It depends on the skill level of the players. It depends on if they have experience of sport before, and so on. So in my role now in a basketball club, I try to do like ready-to-go practice plans, but I realized that that's really hard because a team with 12-year-olds can look really different. It can also be that, okay, now I'm in this gym. I don't know how many hoops I have. I don't know how many balls the kids have. I don't maybe know how the court is, and if I have 10 players or 20 players. So it's a little bit to be adaptable as a coach and to see what's on the court. And our goal is, no matter which age group, to be able to challenge them. And we talk about to find the optimal challenge point for each individual, for each player, for each team. That is, that they can succeed, but without help. So then it's the optimal challenge point. And that's really hard. So we don't want them to do things over and over again that they are succeeding every time. Maybe, like, you can say that we want them to see like 70% or something of the times. Then it's good. But if it's too much, just doing the same thing over and over again, and it's too easy, then motivation drops. If it's too hard, the motivation drops. I imagine you know this, but to be able to do it in the practices and to like tweak it is maybe the most important thing we can do as a coach. I used to say we should be as a DJ, as a coach. So we have to like, okay, how much should we have bass on this, on the equalizer, and to see like, how can I change the practice environment? And we also, first, we want to see if we can change the environment before we correct. So if I see something on the court that the kids do that's maybe not effective for them in the situation, can I change something in the practice environment to get them to do it naturally? And that can be that we move where they start, it can be we can add a defender, it can maybe be that we have some rules, it can be that we like lower the basket, it can be anything. So to be that adaptable as coach and to be able to just not follow your practice plan, but to see what happened on the court. And that will be my biggest challenge today. I have never coached him before. I have never been in this gym before. So to be able to be adaptable and solve that problem is a challenge for me. But it's good because I have a lot of help here, right? A lot of coaches here. So hopefully, if you see something that will not be that good, maybe you can like raise your hand, could we do it this way? Or Andrew will probably say something about, ask you a question, and then we can maybe mix it up. I'll also say that yesterday we talked about player development is based on the game. We don't want them to be good on practice basketball, we want them to be good to play basketball. That's the environment we are. When they are like 5, 6 year old, then it's a little bit different, because maybe they even play games. So I used to say that it's not stages you go through in every age category, but something to like hold on a little bit. And I used to say that in the first stage, it's more of coordination. So I will show you a little bit things that is coordination, because if you see that skill is 3 steps, coordination, control, and skill, then coordination is just to be able to move in different way, to catch, to shoot, to run, to jump, all that like basic movement. That is not for basketball only, it's for everything you do in life. So in the first step, when they are small, the most important thing is not to tell them the correct technique for everything basketball-wise, is to show them different movements, so they can move in different way. Then they will succeed in life, they will succeed in basketball, and if they quit, maybe they will succeed in handball, God forbid, but they will probably be better as human beings. So after we kind of like a little bit mix it, after we first tell them the correct technique, we stand in 2 lines, we say exactly how they can do it, and then we bring the context, and then they play more freely. We want a little bit the opposite, like first they can just explore different movements, then we bring it into a context where we have to focus on the goal, and maybe in the last step, then we can do it more effectively. Okay, if you switch this, maybe this will be beneficial for you. So that's a little bit our philosophy. Now I'll look for Andrew, if I forget anything, but hey, Andrew is there. Will you want to say something in the beginning, Andrew, or say something about you, or nothing? Okay. Andrew will talk a little bit more later. He is working at the Swedish Basketball Federation. Now a little bit unclear with everything maybe, with the youth national teams, with basketball development, with everything there. So he will talk a little bit more about leadership and those things after. Okay, any questions before we just jump into it? Let's jump into it. And I will mix a little bit in different, like this can maybe fit this level, this can fit this level, and we will see a little bit what they do. Okay? So I will do like this, and we will have some kids. And I will say when they come here, so when they when we are, me and Andrew, we look at a lot of practices. And can you guess what's the biggest problem? All levels is with practices. Any suggestions? The biggest problem, and we have given feedback a lot to youth national team coaches, and this is also the biggest feedback to them. What's the most problem with the most practices? Any ideas? Nothing? Yeah? Different level is probably the biggest challenge. Agree. This is the biggest challenge. We will talk a little bit really good. But if we see what coaches maybe have struggling with, what can that be on practices? Anyone? Yes? Coordination, maybe, but okay, I will say it. Yeah, okay. Also good. But I will say the biggest problem, what we see with coaches, is that they don't let them play basketball. The time on task, the possibility to play basketball on that 60 minutes, now I have taken 5 minutes from them playing basketball, because I talk. So if I only have one message, it's let them play basketball. Let them so much possible with the ball, so much to move, so much to get sweaty. So when we have 60 minutes, try to maximum the time we are moving for every player. So we did it with the youth national team. We clocked one player in the practice, and I think on 60 minutes they have warm up and so on. So the 60-minute active time, I think it was 9 minutes or something. Active time when they are moving. And we did some small changes, and there was like 30 minutes instead. So I think we can change a little bit how we do it to maximum the amount of practice time in the practice. So in the little bit mini basketball age, I would say the most important thing for us is let it be active. And you don't have to be in that much control. You will see now, I will not have that much control. It should be safe. So therefore I have some people that will help me, so it is safe. But otherwise, it's good if it's a little bit carried. So that they can like, we don't have to have like, okay, now we'll be on one basket. And we have a big queue here, and are you standing correct now? So if you have circular hoops, now we only have 3 on this side, maybe I will bring a lane here so they can use that also. So use all the hoops, also use the whole space, and so on. Okay. Okay, let's see. I'll just look at see what start will be. Okay, so guys, you can just come here, you can come here. All good? Yeah? So the first thing is just to be a little bit familiar with the ball. They will be probably, for this group, they are pretty good, I think. So for them, it's maybe not that, but when I'm starting a new group with 6-year-olds, it can be a little bit different. They maybe never even touched the basketball. So if you're standing just around, so you're not that close to each other, you spread out. And we have started to bounce the ball. You can bounce whatever you want. Just bounce the ball. Do you have a ball? Can we get one more? And now just bounce with two hands. You can't do it in basketball, but now we do it. Two hands. Like this? Yeah. Good. Okay, good. Then we just throw it in the air and catch it. Can I get a ball also? There you go. Okay, higher. And now I want you to throw it and jump and catch it. So throw it, jump, catch. So this is just movement. It's coordination. It's the first step. It's just to get familiar with the ball. Okay, now we catch it, and I try to touch the floor and then catch the ball. So I like this and catch it. It's something you probably do, but it's just to show the first step in skill acquisition. To make control. Try different movements. They can do it whatever they want. Okay, now try to spin. So throw it in the air, spin and catch it. If you think it's easy, you can clap one time also. So you can clap, spin, catch it, or the opposite. Spin, clap, catch it.
Okay, good, good. Now I want you to throw the ball as hard as you can and then jump and get it. So like this, okay? Okay, and try to throw it really hard now. So it's jump way up and try to then when you land quiet. Land like this. Quiet, okay? So as hard as you can, jump, quiet. Okay? Try it. Quiet. Yeah, good, good. Quiet, quiet, quiet. Okay, good. Okay, good job, guys. Now, I want you to throw it as hard as you can and then go under it as many times as you're able. So like this. 1, 2, 3. See if you can beat me, okay? Okay, good, 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 really good. Okay, now I want you to roll the ball. Like, you can spread out a little bit more so it's not that close. Just roll the ball, and I want you to like this, and stop the ball, and then take it and roll to a different place. Stop the ball. You do that 3 times, okay? So roll the ball, stop it with your feet. If it's easy, just roll it a little bit harder. Nice. Some good football player here also, I see. Okay, that was 3 times, right? Now we stop it with the knee instead. So like this. Boom. Okay? Try it. Okay. Okay, good. And now we stop it with like this. Sit on the ball.
Better?
Okay?
Much worse.
Damn it.
Better.
Okay, good. Good, good, good. Now I will on like this. Okay. Try it. See if you can stop without the hands. Like this ball. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Okay, enough. Good job, good job. Okay, so well, that's good. Okay, we will do like this. So you will put the balls in there. And like, I'd say a little bit that it can be a little bit unstructured, but Of course, we don't have to be instructed. So to have one place where the ball should be, maybe where they drink the water, that's good. So we want structure, but maybe not in the practice, but everything else can be practiced. Okay, now we will be 2 and 2, one group 3. So if you and me, we try. So we're like this, and I try to touch your hand, okay? Okay? Or you try to touch my hand, okay? Okay, you understand? One group can be 3. It's okay to be 3. To be there, you can be 3. First to 5 touches, no double touch. First to 5. So this can be a part of a warm-up, but it also to like the fundamental movements. Okay, we have a winner. Good. Okay, now I want you to have one ball per pair. One in your 3. Boom. 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 Everyone has one ball, yeah? Okay, you can be a little bit more from each other. And now I want you to pass, you're going to do like this. You stand like this, and I pass the ball to other. Pass the ball. You have to be on your feet. Okay? And if you can see, if you can be a little bit, so okay, you can do like this. Okay, one more. Okay, try it. And see if you can be a little bit mean also. So put it a little bit more so he have to move. So try to put it there. Try to put it there. Oh, okay. Okay, now try to lift your one leg. You do the same thing, but lift your leg. Is this hard? If it's too hard, you can take your leg down. You decide. Okay, good. That's enough. Good job. Okay, now we're standing up. We can put the ball just by side. You can just put the ball there. Put the ball on the side. We will use it in like 2 seconds. So you choose, put the ball there and come here. Put the ball there. You can be in the pair you are. So come. Okay. Now we will just tap the other's shoulders. Okay. So we will be facing each other, and you try to tap my shoulder and try to tap you. Okay. You understand? Okay. And the group with 3, it's perfect. B3. Okay. Okay, first to 4, and watch out for the eyes. Okay, it's enough. Guys, just hold 1 second. Okay, now the same thing, but now you get 3 points here, 2 points here, 1 point here. First to 7 points. 7 points, okay? 3, 2, 1. So to use point system for emphasize certain behaviors is pretty powerful. See, nice movement solutions. Okay, good, 7. Okay, now we take 1 ball each. So everyone should have 1 ball each. So not in the pair, each. Everyone with 1 ball. Get a ball, get a ball, get a ball, get a ball, get a ball. Okay, we will do the same thing. Okay, you can switch pairs. So be with someone new. Be with someone new. One group is 3. Be with someone new. Everyone has a partner or a trio? Yeah, there. Okay, good. We will do the same thing with tap the shoulders and or like tap there, or there. But now you have to dribble the ball also. Okay? So we dribble the ball and try to tap. Okay? Try it. Often to use put in a ball like then we get a little bit harder. Then now we warm up. We focus on movement, but they also have to dribble the ball and look up. I don't have to say to them look up when you dribble, because they have to look up and dribble. Okay, hold. Okay, and if we now see behaviors, maybe they are dribbling with the right hand after. Is it something we maybe see? Okay, so now I'll say like this, okay? Now you get double points if you tap with your right hand. So if I use my right hand and tap there, I get double points. So we are going to 8 points, 3, 2, 1, to 8 points. Double points if I tap with my right hand. You understand? Okay, let's try it. So now I don't say to them you have to dribble with your left hand. I see 8 directly. Good. I just tell them to get more points. If you tap with your right hand, then you have to dribble with the left hand. It's still possible to dribble with your right hand, but to give this option, I emphasize that behavior. Okay, hold. Okay. Now I want you to just dribble around this court. You can do whatever you want with the ball. If you want to use the hoops, do that. But just dribble around in 1 minute. So 1 minute, just dribble around. Okay? Do whatever you want. So they can just be able to move. We can see what are they preferring to do, what behaviors do we want to maybe alter or develop from that, what they are like to do, maybe we will force them to do something else. Want to go forward. Okay, hold. Now you can't use the hooks, only dribble, and I want you to dribble and do as cool stuff as you possibly could. Like stuff that will show on TikTok later. Okay? So try to do as cool stuff. It can be anything. Just explore, but do as cool stuff with the ball as you can. Maybe between the legs, maybe crossover, maybe a spin, or do what you want. And try to move a lot the whole area, okay? Okay, let's see it. Do cool stuff. Let's see. Who is the coolest kid on the block? Yeah, and this up to them to choose what they want to do and how they can do it. And I'm able to see also a little bit on their skill level. Okay, hold. Okay. Now I want you to still dribble around, but then I want you to come to a person, like I say, hey, he will copy me, and then I will copy him. So for example then, okay, I say, hey, we can give each other one high five, okay, you copy me. So if I do like this, you have to do like this. If I go down here, you have to do this. If I go up, if I do this, for like 3-4 seconds. And then I say, then we switch. And after that, we find a new partner. So first, he copied me, la la la. Now I copy you. And then we say, okay, high five, good. And I find a new one, okay. Now it's our turn. You understand? So copy a frag. So after, just find a new one, find a new one, find a new one. If you're copying each other, find a new one. Okay, enough. Good job. Let me see what's found. Okay, we do like this. You can move in the whole area, but you can never be on the same side as me. If I'm in the middle, you can be anywhere. If I am in this side, you have to be in this side. If I am in this side, you have to be in this side. You understand? So if I'm standing here, where I have you to be? This side, right? If I stand here, you can be on the other side, okay? Okay, you have to dribble the ball all the time, okay? Okay, so start dribbling. So now you can be what side you want. Now you're that side. That side, that side, that side, that side. Oh, that side. And that side. Oh. That side? Okay, good. That's enough. Okay, we'll be on this half court. So go on this half court. And I want you to be inside the 3-point line. You know the 3-point line, the black one here, and the baseline. And I want you to give every one of your teammates a high five. So dribble and give all the time. You have to dribble. Inside the 3-point line, and give a high five. Okay, good. You can hold it. So, I will show one bit more. Okay, now I want you to find the most open space inside this half court. So you should always dribble to the space that is most open. So for example, if I had the ball here, where is the most space? It's here? No? Maybe there or maybe there. Okay? So I want you to dribble the ball and always look for the most open space. Now it's here. Boom. Okay, where is now? Okay, it's there. Boom. Okay, where is now? Yeah, over there. You understand? So your job is that every person look for the open space. Okay? Let's try it. See. What space is most open? Dribble the ball. Dribble the ball. Now it's not open. Find open space. Oh, now find open space. See, where is the most open space? Okay, good. Okay, hold. Okay, now, I want you to touch, you can dribble in this area, the same area, but you should try to touch the other ball. If you touch other person's ball, you get 1 point. First to 5. You don't have to tap it out, just touch it. So dribble the ball all the time, tap the ball, 1 point. Okay? That's right. First to 5, first to 5. You have to dribble the ball all the time, dribble the ball all the time. Tap the ball. Someone reaching 5? Okay, let's keep going, let's keep going. 2-5, 2-5. First to 5. 5? Okay, hold, that winner, good, good, good. Okay, now you can only move inside the 3-point area. So here is the 3-point line, so inside that, so a little smaller. And now you get 1 point if you tap one other's ball out his hands. Okay, or if you force him to be outside. So now it's just not touch, you have to be like this, okay? Understand? So now you have to steal the ball, okay? That's right, inside 3-point line, first to 3, okay? Let's go. Inside here. Good, ooh, sorry. Can I get 5 of you? Is it 5 here that can be a little bit in the drill? Can I get help? We have 2? 3 more? 2 more? I want to be a little bit involved. Yeah, we have 1 more? 1 more? There, good, good. Okay, hold, good. Take 1 ball each. Okay, now, like, I think in mini basketball ages that the coach is involved. I like to also include parents. So this is maybe the parents. You know, the one that's sitting over there drinking the coffee, think they have a good time. I take care of all things. Now I'm just bring them to court. Often it's also the parents that maybe have a little bit basketball background or are not afraid of it. So maybe I just recruited 5 new coaches. Some kind of help me. Oh, maybe, I don't know. Okay, now you are one team. You will face them. Okay, so you against the coaches. But they don't, is anyone still playing basketball? Say no. No. So you are playing basketball, they are not. They have tried it, but if you can't play, teach. So they teach, okay? You play. Okay? So now, it's first to 5 points. You get 1 point every time you touch other's ball. And you have to count together. So you should try to catch their balls, they to try to catch touch your balls. You understand? Okay, so we are inside the 3-point area and the baseline, and you have to work together to touch the coach's ball. Okay, so you should touch their balls, okay? Yeah, they count together, first to 5. Okay, let's go. Try to work together. Single out one person. Nice. There you have it. How many do you have? How many points? You have to count. Count time, so you know. Okay. The players have 4. One more players. One more. Touch the ball, one more. You touch it? Okay, okay, good. The players won. Good, we thank the coaches. Okay, we'll do like that now. I take your balls. You can be a little bit more right. Now, and you can just put it over there. Now, they don't have any balls, okay? That's a problem for them. But you have it. So now their job is to take your ball. And now it's not you against them. Now it's just the person without balls against the person with balls. Okay? So if you lose the ball, then you have to find a new one. You have to steal it. Okay? But you have to steal it in a nice way. Okay? You understand? So they will try to steal your ball. And if they steal the ball, now they will dribble and you try to steal it. Okay? And if you steal a ball, then you have it. Okay? Coaches, you understand? Okay, let's try it. Yeah. Try to steal it. Try to steal the ball. Good. Nice. Nice. There you have it. Good. Okay, it's enough. You can take some water. Players, we give them an applaud. An applaud to the coaches also. Thank you for joining. You can put the balls there, and then you can take some water. Okay? Take 2 minutes water break. Okay? Buffer or I don't know. Okay. Like it was a little bit like. First, it was a little bit exploring the different movements and so on. But later, the focus here was to have an external, what's the word? External focus. The same in Swedish. That's a funny thing. External focus. So I don't have to tell them like how many have your eyes up, don't look at the ball, and all that, because I force them in the environment to do that. So if we can make it in the environment that is natural, I don't have to coach. What did I coach in the environment when they played? Anything? I coached only one thing. I did only one thing when I coached. I hope, anyway. You see what? Yes?
Made sure they stayed inside?
Yeah, the rules.
Thank you.
I coach the rules that we said, and maybe I also give them positive feedback. So I forced when they did something positive, so they can keep continuing. So often that's enough. If they struggle, yeah, we will help them. If they struggle, we'll help them, and in some drills, maybe we will do it easier for them to take something away or make the area bigger or something. But often the environment, if we can just coach the environment in a good way, we will come a long way. And it's more fun also. I think these drills, maybe the first one where they throw it, yeah, maybe not, but I think to do things where they did like last thing here, to play against the coach, to dribble the ball, is more fun than just to standing in a ring like this, and do like this, do like this. So, and there's more exploration. Every move they do is different. Okay. Any questions on the little bit first part? Something I follow?
Utveckla mer kring att övningen feedback. Jag tror att om du kan utveckla den.
Yeah, and I will show you a little bit later on how we can alter the drill to give more feedback in the drill. Okay. Put down. Put down.
Kan köra lite läggbeton.
Yeah, I want your help here, so can we do a pass through here? Can we do a pass through here in any way? Like, see if you can organize that. So we have a free pass, like a corridor. Yeah, so we got a corridor.
Er baut kurz das Feld noch, weil ihr könnt gleich da hinten noch gut sein.
Okay. Lenkzeit ist vorbei. Oder Bildschirmzeit.
Deine Bildschirmzeit.
Okay, guys, come here. So if I have a gym with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hoops, I won't use them all. So now we have created a little bit path for you here. So your goal now is to score on every hoop. So if you come here, try to score. And if you miss, just take the rebound and try again. Try again to take it, then a new hoop. And you should score in all. And the last one is that. If you succeed with that, you are finished, okay? You understand? So score every basket, okay? You can choose whatever you want to start with. And also that one and that one, okay? Let's see, 3, 2, 1, go! Arrow basket. If you miss, just put it in. And the last one. Try again. Finished? Yeah. When I coach a little bit younger kids, then I maybe say, it's enough if you touch the rim. If the ball touches the rim, it's enough. Then you score 1 point. Because it's, yeah, like nice. Okay, good. We have one more. Let's go. Good. Hold the ball. Okay. Can I get 1, 2? Can I get 3 volunteers, 3 coaches? That 2 again? Someone new wants to try? There. Just take one basket. So then, there, maybe. Yeah, you can choose whatever you want. Okay. Now it's like this. You can choose what basket you want to score on, and you will go to 10 points. And if you score with a defender here, you get 2 points. If you score on the big basket there, no, let's see, 3 points with the defender, 2 points with the big basket, and 1 point on the there over there without the defender. Okay, so 2, 3, and 1 over there with no defender. And you can shoot whatever hoop you want, okay? And how many points do we go to? 10, okay? Let's see. Okay, let's go. 10. Okay. We have a winner. Good. Okay. Hold the ball. Hold. Stand still. Freeze. Okay, good. So, a good options, like if you have a team with different levels, that is to give them options. So in this drill, it was 3 options, right? You can score on a basket with a defender, you can score on a basket without a defender as low, and you can score on a high basket. Different points, but it's up to you. So then and it was really interesting because all of them pretty much chose to go to the defender. Maybe it was more points, maybe it was more fun. A little bit can maybe say what they prefer. So when with this group, we will probably have a defender more than not a defender. Maybe. Now, thank to the coaches. Now I want you to, I will have one of you there. So can you stand with that basket there? No balls. Just stand there. And you can stand with it there. And you can stand over there. And you can stand over there. Yeah, I can take it off. Okay. Yes. So, a good first step when we add defenders is to use coaches ourselves or parents, because then we can a little bit see what level we will have. So the first step was to have a defender that was a coach or a parent. Someone that can see, okay, this skill level is not that good, so I can do a little bit easy. Okay, this person's skill level is pretty high, so I can maybe be a little bit tougher. Maybe I know that every time he goes on the right side. Yeah, then maybe I can be on his right side, so I force him to go on the left. Okay, but in the next way, we can have, of course, the players as defenders, and it's also a good way to progress the drill. So it's not that much new, but we give some more, it's a little bit harder for them. Okay, so guys, now we have one defender on each basket. This basket we don't use. Okay, so now your job is you choose which basket to start with, and you try to score. You have to score, look, you have to score inside the smile, and that's the only rule you have. Okay, inside the smile. If the defender touched the ball, is his. Okay? So if he touched the ball, is his. So for example, if I come here, you play defense, I shoot the ball, and you touch it. Even if you don't take it, just touch it, it's his ball, I'm the defender, we switch. Okay? So if the defender touched the ball, we switch. Okay? Yes? No matter if you score. Even if you score, he touched it, you switch. Okay? So for the offense, if you score, you have to take it so we don't touch it. Okay? Let's try it. You can use all the 4 baskets, not that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Let's go. Okay, take the ball. Okay, now your offense, your defense.
Sebastian ist hier langweilig.
Oh, smooth. Okay, touch the ball. Yeah, now you defend it. Oh, behind you. First to score 3 baskets from now. First to 3. Nice. Good. Smart, right. 3, okay, one winner. Okay, guys, you can take a little bit, you can take 5 minutes. 5 minutes, just cool down, and you can drink some water, go in the bathroom, do what you want, okay? You have 5 minutes break, okay? 5 minutes break. Okay, and if any questions or something you thought of, what we do this? I didn't say. So the question is yes. So I think one part is to leave a lot of blanks. Like, see if they can like, we love a drill killer. You know a drill killer? A person that understands that if I do this in the drill, I will win it. Because then we see that they are trying to figure it out. Because this is a problem we want them to solve. So for example, it was wonderful to see when one see that, oh, the defender is already there. I can go the other way, score. So it was good because then they used the perception, thank you, and they solved the problem. So I think, I didn't say, but maybe if I see a lot of that, for example, they steal directly, and I want to focus on the layup. Yeah, then I say, okay, it's only on the rebound that you have to do, you can touch the ball, for example. Good question. Good, we do like this, we take a 5 minutes, little bit break, you can stand up, you can go in the bathroom over there, and we go for in 5 minutes. Guys, just please, you can stand still, stand still. Is it possible? Okay, you can stand up. Okay, can you hold the ball? Thank you. I will talk to that in 1 second. Okay, like Andrew said, we talked a little bit in break, and that like some of them maybe don't understand my English that good, maybe because my English is bad or I don't know what, but as you see, they figure it out. It's a little bit interesting to see that they help each other. So when someone doesn't understand, they help each other. So all feedback doesn't have to come from the coach. Like they will help each other, the environment will, maybe someone on the others will scream something. Like it's a lot of feedback that is coming from different places. So everything is not from you as a coach, and doesn't have to be from you as a coach. That was just a little bit brief. Okay, we will go on a little bit, and I will show a little bit more drills, and how you can like shift focus and shift the rules, and then hopefully we can see, okay, is it something you want to see more? Because I'm here, we are here for your sake. So if it's something that you want to see, we can maybe like a little bit see if we can do something with that and help each other out, okay? We talk about, I show a little bit different ways of working with scoring and with defense. It was a coach, it was themselves. We will a little bit show different ways of that. So if we have, and in the first step, when they are, of course, when they are starting basketball, then we maybe not have any defender, but we have something they have to react on, or something they have to see and see, okay, react on each other, or so on. So to get there, so they can scan what's happening and see the court is a very important thing as a young basketball player. Good. So we do like this. Just, I will have two people standing next to each other here, and I will have one without the ball here. Sorry. We start without you. Thank you. Okay. You will lead. You will follow, and this will be that you try to trick him to go inside the 3-point line. So you can go with 1 foot, like this. But if you go with 2 foot, then you have to score, okay? So you have to trick him, so you dribble the ball, and you can go forward, you can back, but as soon as you with both foot, you can score, okay? So as soon as his both feet is inside the 3-point line, you can score, okay? Okay. And the first person, let's see, and the first person that scores is the winner, okay? Let's see. Okay, go. Okay, next time you switch, okay? So we can have 2 more there, 2 more there, 2 more. You can have four in every, 4 there, 4 there, 3 there. The 2 more there, you can go after them, you can be there. The 2, one of you can be there with them, you can just switch. There. You can be 3 here, so you switch. You switch. So maybe this is the first step. They have to see what the other one doing, but it's no defending. Okay, it's enough. Now, yeah, it's okay if you make it. If I say stop and you miss, then it's bad. Okay. Okay, so now we have 2 here, the same thing, but now we have a third, 1 more person. Can it be you? You're standing behind. And when he say go, you try to score, both, okay? So you stand behind, and you used to say go, and the first person to score is the winner, okay? What do you say? Plus. What was the German word? Plus. Okay, so try it, so 3 persons. One is saying, you can do it there, You can be your turn. Then it's more problematic. Yeah. So we can do like, so 1 you can be there, and 1 you can be there. And you switch for next time. So you're, what? Switch. Yeah, you switch twice. Okay, good. Freeze. Now you will lay down, so both laying down, and the person behind has the ball. The person behind has the ball, so you have the ball. You look in that direction, looking on the floor, and you will just back, and you will just throw it. Look forward, and as soon as you see the ball, you can catch it. And the first person to take it is offense, the other one is defense. Okay, let's try it. And then you play from there. Okay. It can be hard. Okay, you understand? Okay, let's try it. Okay, you can be free. That's good. That's right. Look for it.
Hey, nächstes Mal Klaus. Ich hab's dir geglaubt.
Oh, where's the ball? Nice. That's up.
Pressure. Bellingham. Palmer. Pressure.
Okay, last time, last time. Okay, hold. Okay, like from 1-against-1 situation, we can do a lot. Just to be able to see how can they explore, how can we do it, how can we be in that optimal development zone, like where they can succeed, but it's still challenging for them. So I will show different versions, how you can do it in different areas, and also how you can work with defense. We'll show that the coach is defense, that's one. Now, let's do like this. We have one ball on the wing, you are the ball on the wing. You are here. You can stand whatever you want, but you can't move your feet. So you have to score close to the basket. Only in smile. You can be whatever position you want, but when he starts to dribble, you have to freeze. Okay, that's the position you have to have. Okay. Let's try it. Let's go. Yeah, good. We tried. Okay, so we can try it on every basket. So now we have constraint on the defense. They can't move, but so it's something they have to see what's happened. They have something to react to, but it's easier. So it's easy for offense. Oh. You have to score near the basket. You have to score near the basket. Okay, coaches, what behaviors do we see that maybe not that good? What behaviors do we see in the players? I see something. Yeah. They are slow. Yeah, exactly. They are slow. So then a question as coach, either I can just say, okay, come on, play fast. Let's go. Faster. Come on, go. Let's go. Okay, next one. Let's go. Okay, take the whole way. Hey, go. Can you see? It's working a little bit. That's one option. Another option is, okay, hold. Everyone hold. Stand still. Okay, now, the defense will count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, see, that's the only thing I can in German. Okay, so the defense is counting to 4, and after 4, it's over, okay? So you have only 4 seconds to score. You understand? Okay, let's go. And if I see that, okay, this basket, he's too fast, I can say, okay, now only to 3, okay, only to 3. Then I can alter it, so it's depending on their skill level. In some baskets, oh, what? Okay, hold again. Okay. Just stand still for a second. Thank you very much. Now maybe, okay, but in the game the defense will not stand still. Okay, so we can a little bit see. Okay, how can we alter this so we get a little bit more game-like, and then it can be okay. Now the defense can move once. So if you're standing here. And you coming here, dribbling the ball, go that direction. I can move once, but then I have to stop. And then the environment said that it's beneficial to fake, or to go one direction and go the other one after it. So we can see if they pick up what the environment is giving them. Let's see. Okay, so now the defense can move once. Okay? We come out in one direction, then have to stop. Okay? You understand? Still 4 seconds. Okay? Let's go. So you can move once. You can move once. So if he coming here, you can move that direction, and you have to switch, okay? Two defenders, it's hard. Okay, freeze. Okay, another thing that we can do to make it, okay, so the thing we want to do in general is, before it was like Lego. You take one skill from the game and you put it there and you try to put it back. Now it's more of a pizza slice. So we want to take the pizza slice or a bit of cake. We want all the layers, but focus on that. So, and we want to make it easier to scale it down, but hopefully we don't have to scale it down to just standing without the ball and 1, 2, up. Okay, that's a little bit maybe too far. So how our goal is to zoom in on the skill we want. So if it's attack and layup, or attack and make it, okay, how we want to be as close to the game that they possibly can be, but still is able to do it. Sometimes we have to scale it down to, okay, you can just go without a defender. But this is some ways you can scale it down, but still have something to react on. So now they stand still, next was take one step. I will show you 2 more examples. Okay, so now I want you to, the defender have a ball also. The defender have a ball also. So the defender have a ball also. And I want the defender to be in the corner. So, you have 2 balls? It's enough maybe? Okay, so the defender can start, let me see, okay, under the basket maybe, here. Here you can start, the defender. The offensive player is starting there. So if you're starting here, the same drill. You should score there. You have to score close to the basket. Close to the basket. As soon as he dribbles, you're defending, but you have to dribble also. You can't throw the ball. So as soon as he dribbles, you start to play defense, but you have to dribble the ball at the same time. Okay? Let's try it. Okay, nice. Okay, try it. So we have one that's starting outside with the baseline, defender with the ball, dribbling, and you try to score. Nice. Okay, good. Freeze. Now, I want this. So, we have one on the wing with the ball, and we have one more with the ball. So now, we have a defender. Okay, take it up. Be defender. Not one is defender here. You hold the ball against him. This. So you hold the ball against this, like this. Okay. As soon as the defender is taking away the ball, is 1 against 1. You don't have to dribble, you have to hold the ball all the time. One against that's the hook, okay? So as soon as you pull it away, you start it, okay? And you have to hold the ball all the time, you don't dribble. You just play the defense, okay? Well, let's try it. Okay, good, let's try it. So it is same thing. We have the defender has the ball, a little bit harder to move. It's also good because you focus a little bit more on how you move your feet than to use your arms. And it's easy for the offense. It's also good even for like I coached under 16 women national team Sweden last week, and we did it as a part of our warm-up. So because it's not that much contact, but it's still a little bit to act on. So this is probably something you can do with all ages, all levels. Nice.
Das auch mit links. Ja, zeig mal.
Okay, it's enough. The defense put the ball there, The defense put the ball there. The offense keep the ball. Watch that. From a one-to-one scenario, you can do a lot of things to like focus on exploration, to see what movements they are able to do, to put them in different situations. We can have some. We can do like this. Now you're standing back here. So like, and you take the ball. So you switch. Oh, that's right. So look at the basket. I move you like that. Okay. And now, not that, but that's good. Now we can do it. Now you just throw it in front of them. Okay. Then your defense, your offense. So you just throw it. You hold it like this, and you just throw it over it. So as soon as you see the ball, you can just take it and score, okay? Okay, let's go. No. Sorry. Your defense, his offense, you threw it over him.
I think so, yeah.
Okay? Over him.
He's gonna go say something.
Take the, yeah, your offense. Do it again. And, okay, back a little bit, and throw it a little bit longer. Like that. Okay, that's right. I heard it from someone else. That's good. So things you can alter how it starts, if it is advantage, if it's not. You can put one more defender in, so it's 1 against 2, for example. You can, we had a time limit. You can have, okay, this is a limited area, for example. Okay, good. Hold. Now the defender is here. Come. No, offense there. And now I'll take the ball. And I'm you now. So I'm just putting the ball in the ground like this. Boom. And then I just touch this. And then I play defense. And you can just score directly. Okay? Let's see how it will look. So you're standing here. You're standing there. And you get the ball. You show them. Are you on the wing? Oh, you can do whatever you want. All of a sudden you... No. Again. Again, here. Okay. So just put it like the first drill we did, like hard up in the air. So he must come and get it here. So up in the air, boom. Now you got a direction. And you try to play this. Okay? We try it. So try to as hard as you can. And then maybe you see, okay, it's too far. Then maybe you can use one of these. I heard so much about it. Okay, guys, now you only have to touch this. Nice. Okay, now you only have to touch this one, on that side. What's that? Just go. Yeah. But now you can touch that instead, okay? Okay.
Ich hab's aber gesehen, du hast es versucht.
Okay, but now, okay, let's go. Yeah, we can just move it so it's not in the way. Okay, guys. Good. You can take, if you want some water or something, you can take that. I will talk to the coach a little bit. Okay, I'll show you some stuff. I think you a little bit understand what like a point is here. I will also say that to be able to, like now I put this things instead because I thought it was a little bit too easy. And it can be that one of the baskets is not. And then I can just switch where they start depending on the level of that basket. So therefore my recommendation is always to use more small groups and just take one on the whole full court. Because then I can alter the level and see that the level fits the players. And if I change the groups also pretty regularly, I can see that I can put two really good with each other, and I can put two a little bit weaker with each other, and next time I put a taller with a smaller. So if we change the group a lot, I can also see that they are meeting different person and get different, like, challenge them different way. And now this, so if you talk to the person next to you, is it something else that, guys, can you just hold the ball for 1 second? Just hold the ball for 1 second, thank you. Is it something else that you want me to show you? Something that's unclear, or something you want to see on the court, something we discuss, something you have a good idea on, so we can use these 20 minutes that I have left in this session to see that you get something that you can use in your environment as well, okay? So just talk to your neighbor. Is it something you want me to show, or something we can talk together about, or some questions you have? We can discuss it after. Okay. So 5 minutes, just where you sit. Okay. You can take a little bit easy. I will talk to them. So if you want to sit, but don't bounce the ball. Okay. Some questions, some follow-ups, something that was unclear, something you don't agree with, or something you agree. Yeah.
You talked earlier about kids should play basketball. So regarding what we've seen from you today, how would you progress so the children, when do they play 3 against 3, 2 against 2, 4 against 4? So would there be like a progression from what we've seen into a game against each other, or is it something you don't really have any focus on, because you say you're building the Lego puzzles, you're taking it out, putting it back in, and then you show it while you play against others?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good. Did you hear the question? It was a little bit on the progression and how they play. I will say that like when they're like 5, 6 year old, maybe not that much, even if they really wanted to play. But I think in the old age categories, you want to play. You want to play. So you want to give them one solution. But it can be. You can still make it easier. Okay, can I get two? Let's see. Okay, you're yellow. So your defense, and we have two. You want to play? Okay, you want to play? Okay, 2 black. Okay, I will show this basket. So for example, we have, even if they are small, or like 7 years old, you want still maybe, you want to play. I, as much as possible, give them playing time. So if I have more baskets, I'm more likely to play on. If I have 1 basket there, 1 basket there, 1 basket there, 1 basket there, I will play like this. And I will use the amount of player I have to optimize so they can play as much as possible. So depending on how many players I have, I will try to play so if we are 12, I will probably play 3 against 3. If we are 8, I will probably play 2 against 2 or 4 against 4. To optimize how much playtime we get. But one example of how we can play a little bit, but do it easier for the kids is, okay, we will have one on that wing, your offense, I'll take the ball. I'll take the ball. You have 1 offense on that wing, your offense on that wing. Your defense, take 1 of them, your defense. Okay, you guys can just move them. And it can be that, and we have a coach. So I will start, and you can pass to me, okay? The offense can pass to me every time. So now we play 2 against 2, but it's still a little bit easier because they have extra player, and I can also alter how I want them to start or how I give the ball, and I can give instruction or feedback in the game. So okay, you play 2 against 2. If the defense take the ball or you score, the ball goes to me. Okay, and then we switch. So if you score, next time is you. That's offense, but you have to pass to me. Okay, that's right. You play 2 against 2, and that's basket. You can pass me also. You can pass me also. Okay, go. There, good. Good shot. The ball to me. Okay, there, go. Nice. The ball to me. Back offense. Here, get the ball. You can pass back to me also if you want. Like this. Okay, good. There, good. So, okay guys, good. Good job. Let's take it easy. So, I don't know if they answered the question really, but I think now I've shown you a lot with 1 against 1 and more like exploration, and we will in the afternoon I think will be a little bit more small side games and how you can do the different things, but absolutely I think all should play. I think as much playing as possible, and I don't show that much of that, but to use tag games when they are like 5, 6, 7, maybe 8, maybe, I know we even use it with our like senior national team, they have some tag games in the beginning of the practice because it's fun. So to use that type of thing is also to play. So in our practice we want to play as much as possible. And often my experience is if you play from different situations, because starting from the practice, not the first 10 minutes, but all the other pretty much has been some kind of, we have progressed it to some form of play. Like first they could score in the basket, then we put in a defender, then we play. So often before when I coach a little bit more like isolated, more technique drills, so on, all the players ask me, when could we play? Nowadays, they don't ask me that much, because we play all the time. We play 90% of our practice. So, if we play, of course, maybe they want to play 5 against 5, or 4 against 4. And I think they can, it's possible they can do it. I can give them the 10 last minute to do it, even if I think it's not benefited the best for their skill development. Maybe it's better to play 2 against 2, 3 against 3, but if they really want it, yeah, of course. I don't know if that answers the question, but I try anyway. Something else you have thought of, or something like what's unclear, or something more you want me to show how we think Swedish basketball? Yeah.
Yeah. What is your, let's say, golden rule regarding the technique for throwing the ball? So I remember back 30 years ago, we spent a lot of time 90 degree and so on. I learned that this is not anymore relevant so much, but how much do you correct the children if they use 2 hands to throw the ball or whatever? What is your...
Yeah, I used to say in the start, we don't correct them at all. Like, okay, that's not the real truth. Like first maybe we show them how you can do something. Like we demonstrate maybe, okay, you will go and you will put it in, you will shoot, okay. And we maybe show them the right way, but we don't focus on how they do it, like where is your arm, where is your hand, where's the angle. And we don't comment it that much if it's working. If it's efficient, if it's going in, then we don't comment it. So I would say that in the start, and this is the same for every drill. If I start a drill, we play 2 against 2, I show the drill, I tell them the goal of the drill, like the rules, and then I give no instruction, no feedback when I start it. And then I look what they do. And when I look, I either change something in the drill, or
I say, okay, now focus on this. Focus on that the arc should be higher, for example. Or focus on, but always try to have external focus, to say, focus on what they should do, then exactly how. But for example, if we take the shot and we see that they cannot generate power, or they're not stable enough, okay, then I can ask them, okay, if I see, for example, they can generate power, then I can say, okay, can you generate more power? How can you do that? Okay, no, okay. What if you bend your knees more? Okay, try to bend your knees more when you do it. Okay, and then they do it, and they see, okay, now I can generate more power. So we say that it's not wrong to comment on their technique or how they hold the ball, but we must recognize that everyone is not the same and not start there. So try to be a little bit more patient. And this was a long monologue for me, but I will also say that if they are 7, 8 years old, and if you just keep going the same technique, you want to learn them, you should hold the ball here, you should have your thumb there. It's a technique they will not use later on. Because they will grow, they will adapt other skills, they will learn different things. So they have to learn a different technique when they get older. So then you have spent a lot of time on something they can't use later on. So I think it's a balance, because you still want them to succeed. So I used to say, we want to give them as much feedback, as much instruction, and much guidance so they can succeed, but that's pretty much it. So they can be efficient in a game. If they shoot with the elbow here, I don't care. If it works, we don't have to fix it. Then maybe a little think of the next step also, I will say. Okay, will this type of technique work in the next step? If not, okay, how can we give them the opportunity to self-organize? It can be, I, for example, sometimes use like sticks, like you can use, so you can play against a taller defender, even if they don't used to play a taller defender. Then they maybe have to have the ball in a different way. But we don't emphasize when they are small that much focused on exactly how the biomechanic movements are. We just focus on them to explore, and then we put them in a context, and after that we can maybe talk a little bit more about how they can move to be more efficient in that context. Yeah? Is it clear? Okay, good. Okay, something else? Or something more you want to show me with the guys? Andrew, do you have anything?
5 minuter paus, sen tar vi vår grej.
Okay. Then I will do like this. First of all, I think they was wonderful. So I think we give them a big hand. Thank you guys. Super nice to work with you. You will be a really good basketball player in the future, I can say that. And we take 5 minutes break, and then we will coming back and I will take over, okay? Thank you very much.
Here we go. We sit down.
Reicht. Hat die nur Strahlkraft.
Can you guys hear me in the back? Thumbs up. Everyone hears me good? Perfect. All right. Richard did a nice presentation of me, but I'll say it again. My name is Andrew Pleick. I'm head of youth national teams, also head of our sports development. For the past 5 years, I also worked alongside of Richard as a basketball developer in our country, from the grassroots all the way up to our elite players. So we would travel the country helping coaches with leadership, with organizing practices, player development, whatever it may be when it comes to our environments and creating good practice environments, competition environments for our players from the youngest to the older. For the next 60 minutes though, I'm going to challenge you guys, and it should be noted that the two of us, Richard's a nice one, okay? I'm not as nice. I'm gonna be more challenging, might be a little bit more in your face, questioning you, see if I can get into the depth of your leadership. 60 minutes of leadership. I want to find out what is it that makes you tick as coaches. And see if we can challenge a little bit, get you guys to think a little bit outside of your own box. We're going to share some ideas. I want to hear how coaches in Germany think, and also maybe some things that you guys are challenged with in your daily experiences. Okay? So I want us to first, with the person next to you, I want you guys to take 1 or 2 minutes. Why are coaches important? And you can obviously do this in German, but please, when you give me your answers, let's do it in English. For 2 or 3 minutes, why are coaches actually important for our players in our environments? Here we go. 2 minutes.
Soll mal philosophisch werden? Also, das ist absolut so. Völlig richtig zu tun.
Denk dran, hier, Kamera. Ne?
Ja, mach du mal weiter.
Yeah, but I do travel a lot. So at the beginning we had like our main focus is maybe have like on the way to travel
Guck mich an.
Okay, good. Here we go. Why are coaches important? Who wants to share? Not all at once now. Let's make sure we... Please share. So organizing, creating safe environment, maybe organizing rules. Yes. Being a role model. Very good. Can you explain what that means? Very good. Did we hear that over here?
No.
Being a role model, being on time, setting a good environment, good culture for our players. How do we interact with one another? How do we act as human beings? How do we act against opponents? How are we? How do we inspire them to become young adults, adults contributing to society? Right? We build on it. Yes?
But I think also in sense of the intensity and having fun while coaching and being in the gym.
Perfect. Could we put that into one word? I'm thinking maybe of helping them move in a certain direction, right? So we talk about safety, role model, talk about direction. We want hard practices. We want to achieve certain goals. In order to do that, we need to be a certain way. So reminding our players of what's important if you want to achieve your goal. Again, guiding them. Anything else? Sebastian, you got anything? You had great, Sebastian had amazing questions yesterday. Left me scratching my head all night. And I was thinking, gosh, phenomenal questions. And I realized, as I often do when I'm out doing these lectures, that as good as Germany is, and you guys are not quite as good as Swedish basketball, but you guys are getting there, okay? You guys have the same challenges that we do. The exact same, right? It's maybe different language, different culture, but it's the same. And it's very complex and it's very difficult because we're leading young kids, older kids, even adults, and we're trying to guide them. And often we have 12, 15, 20 individuals who are all different. And we as coaches some days have good days, and some days we're not our best. And it's not always perfect. And talking to you guys last night, I realized like, it's the same for all of us. And we're all just trying to find a way how to be our best, the best version of ourselves at all times for our players, for our kids. Because we want to help them grow and help them understand the beauty of this sport, right? So phenomenal question. Do you have a question though, or maybe help us in words besides what we talked about so far, Sebastian?
For me, the coach is like for socializing, they learn how to interact, and you show them to respect each other and just be on the
Super
same
good.
level.
Helping our kids how to interact with one another, okay? Okay, super, super good. So a lot of these things you guys talked about, we're gonna try to elaborate a little bit more in the next couple minutes. 3 perspectives that we constantly think about when we talk about leadership. When we talk about coaching young kids. One important aspect that we talked about last night is development is nonlinear. You cannot expect 2 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds, 12-year-olds, 15-year-olds and expect the same thing out of them. There's going to be different paths. And that could be their basketball development, it could be their physicality, it could be their social skills and their mental skills. Now, it's easy for us to look at 2 14-year-old kids and understand, well, this person is just beginning to hit puberty, and this player has already been through puberty, right? You can see it in their muscle structure, maybe even on the boys, the facial hair. It's obvious in their physical attributes. But what's not easy to always identify is where are they socially and mentally. And we can't always assume just because they look like me, that they also think or act like me. And this is something that I struggled with as a kid growing up, to share some personal anecdotes. When I was a young kid, I was super, super early mature physically. So all the coaches, what they want to do, they just want to send me up to older groups. Andrew needs a bigger challenge. He's a physically dominated basketball player. He needs to move up in groups. So at 15, they had me playing with under 22s. Okay, I think when I was 16, we had an under 22 national team. I was 16, I played with that national team. Now you can understand what me as a 15-year-old was thinking and what 22-year-old boys were talking about Friday night in the locker room. We're not quite the same. But all our coaches thought that that was ideal for my basketball development. And what happened was, I became much stronger and probably a much better dribbler and shooter, but I also struggled a lot with insecurity, sometimes mental instability. I covered my insecurity with arrogance. I tried to be funny when moments we should have talked sincerity and be honest. And I honestly contribute that to the environment that I was put into. I was not allowed to mature in my path. I was forced to mature in the path they saw fit for me as a basketball player. So develop is nonlinear. And to elaborate on me, people didn't understand me as a person. That's the second point. You have to understand the people you are coaching. Understand the person behind the player. Ask them questions. Who are they? Why are they there? What are their goals? What motivates them? What challenges do they have at home? We fight this a lot in Sweden because in the past 15 years, our environment has changed. Sweden doesn't look the same as it did. If you look at our national teams, when I played for the national teams, I was the darkest person on our team. If you look today, our national teams look completely different, with people from all different ethnicities, all different cultures. There's been a transition where I've heard a lot of our coaches haven't quite understand how to navigate in these scenarios with people from different cultures. Maybe not your traditional Swede. So a big thing for us is being, what kind of conversations do you have with your players? How do you interact with them? How do you get to know them? This is super, super important. You cannot underestimate this. You have to find a way to communicate with your players if they're 5, 10, 15, 35. If not, you're cheating yourself and you're cheating them, okay? And that will also touch upon motivation. How do we ensure that our environments are motivating for our players? Constantly ask yourself, was this practice good for them? Am I putting them in the center where they feel motivated, okay? In Swedish basketball, when we talk about our leadership, we use transformational leadership. Hands up if you've heard of transformational leadership. Okay? So transformational leadership is helping someone from one area get to another area. And there's certain, in that theory, there are certain things that's always touched upon. First is understand yourself. Do you understand yourself? Another personal anecdote, when I started coaching, I came from 15, 16 years of playing at the highest level. I went to college in the United States and I played for Bosnian coaches, Lithuanian coaches, American coaches. And I told myself, I will never coach the way I was coached. I promised myself I would never use the language. I would never punish players. I'd never be a certain way. I would make sure it was fun to be there. I started coaching 15-year-old boys. What do you think I did? I copied everything that I hated about coaching. And there was this internal battle I had with myself while doing this, because this wasn't me. I might look like a tough guy, I might look like someone who's intimidating, but I am a teddy bear, okay? And so I would come to practice and I would put on this facade where I would yell at kids. I would punish them. If they were late, 100 push-ups. If you missed something, run up and down. If you were talk back to me, I would send you home. And every night I would go home and I wouldn't feel good about this. But I didn't know any better. I didn't understand the difference between fear and respect. Because everyone was afraid of me, but no one respected me. And there was one particular moment that opened my eyes. I'll never forget this. We had morning practice I had 16-year-old kids, and I had one boy who, for some reason, his bus, there was always a problem with his bus, right? That bus that always breaks down. You guys have players where, man, my bus, for some reason, took a detour again today. So I was 20 minutes late. I had that one boy, he just couldn't find the right bus. Every morning practice, 8 in the morning, his bus was always a problem. He shows up to practice 15 minutes late. I said, Kareem, just go home. I'm tired of this shit, just go home. I don't want to see you today. Go home. You don't respect me, you don't respect the group, you don't respect yourself, just go home. Next week, Kareem didn't show up to practice. So I called Kareem, I said, hey buddy, where you at, man? What's going on? Listen, coach, I woke up, honestly, I'll be honest, I hit the snooze button and I never woke up again. I looked back at the time and I knew I had 10 minutes to get to practice and I was going to be late. I then realized that you probably were going to just send me back home. So I was going to spend money on the bus, stress, not eat a breakfast, get to practice, walk in late, feel embarrassed, get yelled at, have to spend money again to get home. And it was at that moment, I remember like on the phone being like, and excuse my language, but I was like, what the fuck have I created? Here I have kids who have understood that what I'm doing is not positive. And I promised myself that I would coach according to the person who I was. So I stripped all of the negativity. I changed all my way of thinking, and I tried to find out and understand who I am as a person. How do I want to be? What environment do I want to create for my players, no matter if they were boys, girls, young, or old, and coach according to the person that I am. I really took a deep dive into myself to understand me. And this is super important for you guys. I had a good conversation last night. We talked about, if I was to ask you guys about coaching, you guys would all give me perfect theory, right? This is how I should be, this is how we want to be, this is how we want to act. And I would probably come to some of your games, not all of you, but some of you, and I would think, what happened to that perfect theory? Why is it now when there's a game and there's eyes on you and people judging you that you forgot all of that amazing stuff we were talking about? And the answer for me is pretty obvious. It's that we think that other people actually care about how you guys do in games. And the reality is, no one gives a shit. If you won last year, no one really cares. If you won the tournament, no one really cares. But you know who do care if you carry a good environment are your players. If we can stay true to that theory. I've won a lot of games, and I've lost a lot of games. And I don't remember many of those wins or losses. But I do remember the relationships that I've taught and I've created throughout the years. So you have to be true to yourself at all times, okay? And understand your players. Thirdly, you have to understand the sport, according to transformational leadership. So yourself, your players, and your sport. If you can check off those three things, looking deep into yourself, understanding the people that I'm coaching, and understand the sport as a whole, and that's why we're here today, you'll do much, much, much better as coaches, okay? I want us now, each one of us, to get a pen and paper if we have it, or you can use your phone as well. I want you guys to brainstorm now. If I was to ask your players, what would you want them to say about you? What words would you want them to use when explaining you as coaches, you as leaders? Any word you could think of that you want to be associated with. All right, if it's happy, positive, angry, mad, tactical, technical, whatever word you're thinking of, write it down. You have 5 minutes to write down as many words as you want. Okay, you can do this in German again, or unless you want to work on your English, or Swedish. Okay, as many words you can think of in the next 5 minutes. Here we go. Now, the words that you've written here and you want to be associated with, hands up, and let's be honest with ourselves, if we feel that we live those today, full out. Okay? Some are kind of like, maybe, I'm not quite sure, some good days, some bad days. Now, keep your hand up if you think that your players would explain you with these words. Okay, good. What I want us to do now is take these beautiful words that you've written down, and if you were to try to create a compass, meaning use a word to explain all these feelings that you've explained. So one for me is create relationships. Like relationships is really big for me in my leadership. I want my goal is to get invited to every wedding of my player. I want them, in 20 years they call me and say, hey, Coach Drew, like I'm getting married on Saturday, we would love for you to come. That was kind of like a rule of thumb for me. So if you can find a word, one of them is relationships. You had a question? Right. So the question was, and this was true when I grew up, is I'm your coach, I'm not your friend. Right? A lot of our coaches in a way of thinking don't want to be too close to our players. I think that's a balance that you as a person have to find how tight a relationship. Obviously there's also a respect of integrity for the people we're coaching. For me, I'd rather not be called coach. I'd rather be a friend, someone helping them, guiding them, reminding them of what their goal is, I'd much rather coach them to where our friendship grows together. Because in the reality is, they're teaching me just as much as hopefully I'm teaching them. I've learned more from my players, girls and boys, than I've learned from any course or any book I've ever read. Right? They've exposed me in ways that I've needed to be exposed. When it comes to language, way of acting, racism, sexism, whatever ism you may think of, I've been enlightened by my players. Because I've had a certain way of growing up in my environment, in the United States and in traveling the world as a white male, and my players have helped me open my eyes to reality. And had I not seen that as a mutual relationship, we would not have been able to grow. So I think there are definitely coaches who act that way, but I wouldn't want to play for them. I wouldn't want to be in their environments. And the same goes for my highest of bosses. I see him as a friend, not as someone just telling me what to do. There has to be a mutual respect there, a mutual friendship. Otherwise, our working place or our playing environment won't be positive for anyone. So I would challenge that. Now, I also at the same time want to respect players' integrity of how close can I get. And there are certain rules we can discuss of when and how we communicate, for example. Like, I'm not texting players at 1 in the morning because there's a line of adult and a child, right? But those are practical, right? So integrity rules. But I definitely would challenge coach and friendship, okay? So take a few minutes. Those words that you have, find words to compact them, right? Does that make sense? Are we understanding kind of what I mean? Like if you have, let's say, I'm sure some of you might have joyful, cheerful, happy. What does that mean? Okay, that means that every practice I want to be where it's a positive experience. Might be a word. Yeah, an umbrella, thank you. An umbrella word to explain those emotions. I, for example, have 6 that I'm going to share with you. One was obviously relationships. Okay? So try to compact them, try to find them. So if I was to explain, what does your chart look like for leadership? What words would you use to explain all those? So take a few minutes. Okay? Here we go.
Das ist schwer.
Okay.
Okay. Does anyone want to share their umbrella words? I like that. I like that term. I'll have to steal that. Is it okay? Copyright of Berlin. Does anybody want to share their umbrella words? Please. The ceiling is high. This is also important when we meet in these groups. And if you guys ever see me again, understand being willing to expose yourself helps you grow. Right? You'll get feedback, will challenge, will inspire, right? So I'd much rather have a dialogue than me just reading out of my book telling you my secrets. I'd much rather hear your secrets and we evolve together. We had our first hand here, second, and then third. Yes? Empowerment, amazing word, right? So creating an empowered environment. Thank you. Second, we had there. Please share, please share. 3 umbrella words. Everything is practice. Good. Empowerment and fun. Perfect. We have one over here, yeah? Yeah. However you want, however you interpret that. So.
And for like relationship, reflection, knowledge, and honesty.
Amazing.
And all of those 4 regarding me, myself, and the team.
So we had, say it again so the group, so I can repeat it. We have relationships, reflection, knowledge, and honesty. Amazing. Okay. Can I share mine? Is that okay? Are you guys interested in hearing mine? Okay. Number 1, relationships. Okay, and I think we've talked enough about that. Second is, I want to help each player aspire to their goal and dreams. I want them to come and say, hey Andrew, I want to be this. I want to play in the NBA. I want to be this. I want to be that. And help them achieve those goals. So goals and dreams are a big word for me, individually. Right under that, or next to that, is how do I get them to work together as a group? We've become a society that obviously is, everything is individualized. It's about the individual, the person, the individual. But I feel it's important to help our kids understand they're part of a group. And this discussion is not always easy. We have this in our NASH team. I was just with our NASH teams. We competed in the Baltic Sea Cup against Finland, Latvia, and Estonia. And I was talking to one of our under 16 players, a very talented boy, and he kept telling me like, man, I should have played 30 minutes. I should have played more. And this is one of the most prominent players we have, a player that one day we see will be on our senior NASH team. So then I asked a question, I said, okay, behind you, we have a kid who's 1 year younger, who is a super talent. If you play 30, that means he only plays 10. How does that help both of you? If you shoot, or an exercise that I might do is that with our older players, I'll give them an entire stat sheet, blank, right? Completely blank, and I say, let's fill it out. Take a pencil and start filling it out. And it's a pretty fun exercise because you can imagine how many times they erase or scratch over something, because they'll write down 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30. Oh wait, that's now 700 minutes in the game, and I only have 200 minutes to distribute. Okay, scratch. Well, I want to take 35 shots of our 80 shots. Oh wait, that's going to be hard if I only play 50. So what I'm trying to do is get them to understand they're part of something bigger. They might have dreams, but there's 11 other players on the team. And I, as a coach, I have to look those people in the eyes that I'm not going to play and motivate them to come to Monday's practice even though they're not going to play much upcoming game because you think you should play 37 minutes a game. And just these dialogues of putting things in perspective helps them understand something bigger, something much bigger. So, relationships, dreams and goals, working together. Next one is long-term, short-term. A lot of our players want to reach a certain goal. They want to get over there, but I have to understand where they're at today also. There are going to be days where they come to practice with low energy, something's happened at home, maybe their parents just recently separated, their girlfriend broke up with them, they got an F on the test. I can't come in every day expecting them to want to be over there. Because they one day told me like, hey, Andrew, I want to play for the German national team. There's going to be a Tuesday where they come in and they're not German national team caliber. That day, right, they're little Gunther who had a tough day at school. And I can't just always coach long term. I have to see the short term where they're at today. So that's just a reminder of me of like, yeah, I'm going to help you achieve that, but there's certain days where I have, and we have a common language in our club or wherever team I'll coach it, that they come in, right, they give me a thumbs up, thumb middle, or thumb down. Just a quick, so I know where they're at mentally. Just something, just a dialogue. It doesn't have to be big, but if I see a kid come in and give me this, then I know, hey, I'm on you today. Like, we're there. If I see a kid come and say, oh, okay, I got you. Today I'm going to carry you. I might not be on you about your left hand or how hard you cut, but I'll be there. I'm just glad you're here today. Thank you for showing up. Because maybe it wasn't easy for that person to take that bus that always breaks down to make it to practice on time. So I have to think long-term and short-term. That's really, really important. The two last ones are maybe the most important for me. I use basketball as my tool to develop human beings. Even though I'm head of youth national teams, when I coach young kids, I am honestly, I couldn't care less if they one day play professional basketball. I couldn't care less if they make our national teams. But what I do care about, are they functioning human beings that are productive in our society? Meaning, are they of good character? Are they kind? Are they nice to the people around them? Do they have a kind heart? Do they work hard? Do they have good work ethic? Can they set goals? Are they people that we want to be around? So I've been able to use basketball to trick them, right? Because this is something, they listen to me, they respect me. But understand that every day they come to your practice, they've chosen to come to that practice. They don't choose always which parents they get. And for you kids or for you people who have kids, you know that there's a certain age where your kids don't really want to listen to you anymore. So it's hard to reach them. My 17-year-old boy right now, he challenges me every day, which is an important part of his maturity. But every day he goes to practice and he seeks knowledge from his coach with open arms. He's not always interested in talking to his teachers, his parents, but his coaches. So understand the ability and possibility you have, but also the responsibility that you have to help these human beings grow. Because they come to you seeking the knowledge that you have. How do you act? How are you as a person? So they're standing there just waiting for you to give them inspiration. So that's a huge responsibility. Sometimes can be a lot of pressure for you guys. Understand that. So I use that as my tool. The last one is, for me, and this is always big on my board, and if there's one golden rule, I'll give it to you, is you or me can never be their last coach. They can never quit on your clock, on your time, or on my time. So I never want players to quit while I'm coaching them. I can never be their last coach. I have to find a way to get them to want to come back to next practice, to want to continue. So every time when you're planning practice or you're thinking about the season, how do I get them to come to Tuesday's practice? How do I get them to come to Friday's practice? Because that is where the secret is of development. There's no one drill or one way of thinking that's going to create the next Dirk Nowitzki. I'll be honest, as much as I've done this, I've yet to see a coach come up with the perfect practice where we're good, we're finished, we're done. No. It's in the repetitions. It's in with the hours and the time of growing. And if they quit, obviously, will never develop as a sport. They won't get opportunity to develop as human beings, and so forth and so forth. So they can never, ever quit while you're coaching. Now, you might have players that choose a different sport and say, hey, you know what, I come to a crossroads, I love this sport, I love that sport, I love them equally, and I really want to continue. That I have no problem with, right? I'm talking about kids who say, you know what, I don't want to be physical active, I don't want to be part of a group because your practices were shit. So we understand that difference. Like, if someone chooses another activity over mine because that just happens to be better, I can live with that. I just don't ever want to hear like, yeah, at 12-year-olds they tell me like, yeah, I used to be a basketball player. Now I don't do anything. That for me is like, oof, right? I couldn't sleep over that, right? Okay, I want everyone to stand up, up. Now, for the next exercise, we're going to talk about difficulties and when it's hard to be a coach. I want you guys in groups of 2 or 3 to talk about a scenario that's hard for you guys. Difficult, something you struggle with, a situation, right? It could be conflicts, it could be practice planning, it could be whatever it may be in your world. Situations that are hard for you as coaches. Okay, so find a group. 2 or 2, 3 or 3, someone close to you, maybe someone new, maybe you want to talk to someone you haven't talked to yet. A couple minutes to talk about. Here we go. Situations you struggle with. Here we go. Respectfully, sit your butts down. If you're standing, you got to start. Now we just. Okay. So we have 15 more minutes before I got to hand over the reins to Jürgen here, or to the next group. And I figure we spend the next 15 minutes with questions, or if you guys want to discuss some of the difficulties you have as coaches, and we can talk about different strategies, maybe if it's about handling conflicts or whatever it may be. So 15 minutes here. I would like to hear some questions and challenges, and we can kind of discuss in a group, okay? Yes? Yeah?
First and foremost, thanks for your honesty and your open-minded words. And second, how open-minded are your coaches you're working with or you try to reach regarding your mindset, your all-around thinking and how you want to behave as a person with other persons? Are they open-minded? Are they more like, yeah, that's your philosophy, that's your idea, I got mine idea, and it used to work 20 years ago, why shouldn't it work now?
Yeah.
Kind of that thinking. Is it hard for you to talk with people in that way, or is it like a new way for student basketball when you, as one of the head, I don't know,
Right.
the right way, are talking with you guys?
Did everyone hear the question? Did you guys hear it back there? Yes or no? Yes? Yes? So I'll reframe it. How easy is it for other coaches in Sweden to be as open and honest as I am, and is that something we're trying to push?
Yeah, and how easy is it for you to speak with people who are maybe against your philosophy and your ideas?
I'll say this, when it comes to coaches' honesty and openness, I think that's a journey for everyone. You know, how much are you willing to expose and how much do you want to share? and it comes back to understanding yourself. I am a person who's very in tune with my emotions, and I'm a very emotional person, and I talked yesterday about I'm very sensitive, and I'm very aware of what I feel, and I found the best way to deal with that, to work with it, is to talk about it openly. I used to be a person who would try to hide my insecurities, hide my weaknesses, and I realized that didn't help me. So for me, it works. That's not something that I push on people. What we do talk a lot about in Swedish basketball is transparent leadership as well, as being as open and honest as you can with your players. Now that looks different for our coaches. That looks different for a 45-year-old male with 3 children than it does 25-year-old, I'll say kid, who is yet to understand who they are as a person in the world. So that might look different. But I think in every coaching situation I have with our coaches, I am always as honest as I can be about myself, my struggles, my journey, my attributes, my strength, to create an environment where we're safe in talking about ourselves. I really try to push on that because I think we need more of that, because the reality is we all want to help our kids. And we all have struggles in trying to always, like I said earlier, be the best version of ourselves. So I think it's the shift that's happening. There's obviously going to be some resistance because we have that old guard who thinks that I'm a coach, I'm not a friend. And we just have to keep discussing, okay, what's the purpose? Why are you here? What is your why? Why are you here? Why are you here? And a lot of coaches forget that they're here for the players. And then we can remind them, obviously, that will create a different culture, different way of working. Okay? So I wish we were there. We're moving in the right direction, I would say, the country. Thank you for that question. Next question, or something we want to share.
Got one here?
Yeah.
An insecurity on my part is my age. When I'm coaching, I got kids who are 6, 7 years younger than me, who are taller than me, who look older than me, and I'm wondering how close I can get. I want to be everyone's friend, but I'm also considering how serious I'm being taken.
Yeah.
For someone else, that might be it's because you're a woman or you're a young woman, and then you also don't get taken seriously just because of that. How you do?
Very relevant question. Very, very, very good, complex question. Obviously, for me being 30, 20 years older than my players, there's never fear of us getting maybe too close when it comes to infringing their integrity and keeping them respect. So I think that's a very, very good question. I think honestly that more work has to be done off the court in discussion with your group of what is my purpose of being here and how can I help you guys. I remember talking to my 7-year-old son. You know, he'll do something where he challenges us and you know, 7-year-old kids are. And sometimes I'll lose my patience and get very, very mad, right? Because I'm not always as perfect as I may sound, right? I mean, I have my flaws as well. I have a certain language that maybe not always the perfect one. And I'll see like a reaction in his face, like, that was interesting, Dad. He always tells you should be a certain way and you're not that way. But then in those moments, I try to ask him, like, okay, August, his name is August. I say, how would you want me to remind you that you aren't supposed to do what you just did? And when I am honest in that question of that my purpose of being here is helping you move in that direction because we want to be better people, better players, better human beings, better teammates. So how do I help you if this is the framework that we've agreed upon? Well, we said that we were going to be on time, we're going to look each other in the eyes when someone talks, right? I'm not turning my back on them. That's like something we may have. We're respectful. When you're not that way, how would you like me to act? When we were in Canada, we visited Canada. Mike McKay, I don't know if you know the name. If you don't know the name, it's a name you should look up. An amazing inspirator, an amazing basketball mind. He had 2 things that he always asked each player that he coaches. May I coach you? And how do you want me to coach you? And I think that's something that's helped me. Every group that I've coached is, how do you want me to help you in this situation when the house is on fire? When you've shot 25 shots in a row and not passed a single teammate, and you're only worried about your stats, how do you want me to help you, remind you, this is our way of thinking? Or if you dribble the ball every time we're talking and not listening to us, how do you want me to remind you? So I think in those moments when there's not a problem, not a conflict, we talk about, hey, can I remind you, and how do you want that to look? How do you want that to sound, feel, and look like? So I think you have to have more conversation with your players off the court and ask them honesty. Very great, very good question, very hard, okay? But I think that's where the answer is more communication off the court. Another question. Yes?
Okay, the kids are normally going home after your training, and sometimes at home they've got completely different values. And you have to talk with not just with the kids, you also have to talk with the parents like that.
Yeah.
So how far are you getting into these values of the parents? How much do you want to teach the parents? How much do you go? Because I mean, we have to respect the parents. They are also kind of people who are very important for these kids. So I can't tell the parents, hey, you're doing shit.
Yeah. That's a very difficult question. I think for my part, it's understanding the people I'm coaching, understanding their parents. I'm trying to have a dialogue with them, understand. When I first started coaching, I had a rule that everyone showered after every game. Every time we were together, we all showered before driving home. I noticed one kid, he never showered. And I asked him, hey, I was like, Marvin, man, you get in the bus and you stink and it's tough for us and we have a rule that you have to shower. And he said, well, coach, in my religion, I'm not allowed to shower. I'm not allowed to be naked around other people. That's our belief. And that for me was, okay, now I understand his culture or his way of thinking. How can I help them? How can we ensure that, so every time we play a game, I make sure to get 2 locker rooms. One for him, so he could shower afterwards, and then one for the team. An easy fix, but he's still open my eyes that my way of thinking might not always be the only way of thinking. So you have to have dialogue with your parents. You have to have certain things that are non-negotiables. There's certain things that I don't care where you're from, what you believe in, what God you believe in, where you grew up. There's certain things that if you're going to be part of this team, this is how we act. Respect would be one. We are going to be respectful. I do not care where we're from. And if you're not respectful, you know what? There's the door, it's better. This isn't going to work for us if you don't believe in them. So there's certain things that I would say are non-negotiables, and I'm very clear to the parents. I do not agree with coaches who don't want to interact with parents. I think it's important because your message should also be relayed back at home. You guys have to make sure you guys are sending the same language. It could be that you send out PowerPoints or discussions or parent meetings, but you have to be on the same page so you know when the kid walks into their household, they're at least getting the same message that you want to relay. But this creates, again, from dialogue with parents, understanding their household, understanding their values. What are my non-negotiables? What can I live with? Okay? Not easy, but I think it's important. I do not think you should ignore the parents. On the contrary. Just like Richard showed in practice, how do you involve them? How do you incorporate it? Because that is something that they are going to be a big part of it. They're a big part of their kids' lives, obviously. They're going to be a big part of your coaching environment. So if it's your club, if it's your team, try to involve them so you have a dialogue communication with them. And we don't have parents just have their own agendas of what it is, what's important. And I think it's good to have conversations like we did today about your goals. If it is being a better human being in our society, what does that look like in our practice environment? Because that's something I want you guys to talk about as parents in the household. All right? We have time for one more question. Great question so far. Yes?
You were talking about human being. We were talking about it yesterday a little bit. I'm wondering, are you friend of doing stuff out of the gym? Let's say we go to the concert, cinema, whatever. Just are you afraid of that? Like, coach not only basketball focused?
So the question is about team building, right? And what's your role in that?
I mean, like, it's not only about team building, it's about also environment. Like, okay, it's not only basketball, it could be music, it could be art.
I mean, for me, yes, right? Like I said, I want to be the coach that got invited to people's weddings in the future.
So you need to that, of course.
So for me, you know, we try to have pizza nights at my house. We try to, like, let's come over and watch a ball game. Let's talk. We have a pool, so in the summers we try to invite the kids over to come swim at the house. I want to be someone, you know, I've always coached where my son's team, so it's like I am a father, a coach, a role model, all of that. But I'll be honest, I want to be an extra dad to these kids, because a lot of the kids that I coach, they come from very tough socioeconomic environments. They come from a lot of situations where there might only be a single parent household. And I've always wanted to help kids. So even if I love working with the most elite athletes, I get a lot of energy in being a support system for kids who need help. So I might also do this for selfish reasons, right? Not only to help them, but it also gives me purpose and energy in my coaching. That, hey, Saturday night, bring snack to our house. We're not going to make food, but let's hang out and we're going to watch something. If you guys want to watch a movie or watch a game, I might not even be them, but they know that our household is somewhere I invite them into. So for me, yes, I you know, without a doubt, I try to bond with them, try to get to know them better. I know nothing of my own sons, but I've realized also if I ask their teammates, all of a sudden I get to find out that my son has a new girlfriend, that he's doing really well in school, right? Because my 17-year-old kid, he won't tell me anything. But also I got Joseph. He's like a little snitch. He can't keep a secret. So Big Joe, he comes over and say, "Hey, tell me about Noah." And I found out everything. So it's definitely of selfish reasons as well. Okay.
Andrew, can I?
Yeah.
Without the mic, I can use my leadership voice, maybe.
Yeah, please.
Like, I think, like, a little bit connecting that, like the interpersonal relationship we're building is something I think we should be aware of more. Like, even maybe you write in your, like, when you plan your practices, maybe you should write that, okay, I will connect to these 3 players today, and maybe I ask them some questions before the practice, like take time before, take time after to ask them something not basketball related, so we learn a little bit about the person. And it's not just to have a good environment, it's not just to learn them to be better human beings, it's also that's effective coaching. Like, if we connect, we build relationship with our players, not just basketball, and make them feel that they're more than basketball players, then we can be more effective as coach. So I think I give it a tip, like writing your, like, okay, this focus on relationship today is, I want to know this, or I want to connect with those 3 players. Even if you are going, away game, you eat, maybe the coaches should sit with the kids, talk about that, not sit with their own on table. Yeah.
Perfect. On that note, we from Sweden Basketball want to thank you guys for the past 2 days. It's been amazing being here. If you guys ever have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We are not always the quickest of responding because we do get a lot of emails, but I do promise you we will respond, because this for us gives us also energy in helping. And we said this last night, that we want nothing more than for you coaches to be better coaches. Again, you might not ever become as good as Swedish coaches, but you guys seem to be on the right path with certain success basketball-wise, and we're also very impressed of the German Federation and the way you guys talk about coaching, mini basket, youth basket, senior basket. So thank you for our time of being here. Thank you for having us. We are humble in saying we really appreciate it. And again, anytime you want us back, want to reach out to us, please don't hesitate. So thank you very much.